You are watching Down to Earth podcast powered by EQTV with host Sean Myrie and head of operations Rastafari Samurai.
Well, you know, Toronto Rap Stars got your boy Uncle Bino out here, CMA Entertainment, ATV, Down to Earth podcast on all damn streaming platforms. But aside from that, I have this beautiful judge / panelist that was here at this event. And, there was a bag of great questions that were asked. It was great conversation going back and forth. There was one question I wanted to ask you out of everybody because you're coming all the way here from the north. I mean, the south, but New York. What have you seen from your own personal experience? Because I know you manage an artist also. So not including your artist, but just in general in the game. How many talented people, females, mostly I'm agreeing to, have you seen be able to take the next step, or they're there and that wall of a relationship, folks, yes, holds them back and doesn't let them expand? I've been running into this for the last 4 years. I don't want to blame COVID. I believe it's something systemic. I really do. I think it's rooted in it because I've seen so many phenomenal singers, rappers, dancers, choreographers, whatever. And it sucks to say 5 years go by and they ain't go up a level. So I was just saying, since you're in the mix of it, do you believe it's more frequent? Like I'm feeling it's like, if I had to give it a percentage, I was going to say like 20-80.
Yeah. It's a real situation here that you're discussing that a lot of artists experience, not even just artists, every entrepreneur in the industry, manager, independent label, festival, promoter, like across the board. There's always challenges. There is gatekeeping. And it gets more complicated if you're a woman.
Yes.
And especially if you're racialized or you're a racialized woman, it gets more
that's what
complicated,
you brought it up.
Right?
You did bring that up.
Very, very deplorable in the way certain aspects of the industry function, which is why it is so important that you surround yourself with community that will support you, that will motivate you, that will hype you during those difficult times. Because when you're constantly facing roadblocks psychologically, that can be very difficult for anybody.
100%.
However, when you surround yourself with people that will support you and guide you, Toronto Rap Stars, get involved. This will be a way to propel you forward. Even what we saw today, people were connecting. They were sharing. We did that exercise asking someone to share, where are your gaps that you want to improve on? And I asked, who here can help address these gaps? And people started rising up. And now people are talking, they're connecting. And that's why coming to community events like this are important.
100%.
Because you realize you're not alone.
That's
right. And you'll be able to move forward together.
I'm loving your reply.
And this is why relationship building is fundamentally the most important aspect to determine somebody's trajectory of success in the industry, regardless of your role.
Thank you.
It's so small. Everybody is 2 phone calls away, whether you're the top executive or you're brand new in the industry. And so community and relationship building is essential to the success of anybody moving forward.
Okay. Thank you very much.
My pleasure.
Because like I said, that question touched deep, for me at least. Like the fact that it came up on a panel, bunch of independent women, Juno winners, Juno nominees, whatever, you know, New York.
I'm Toronto based right now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well,
but you know, New York, it's a place. But Toronto is where it's at. And that's why Toronto Rap Stars is the place where you got to be.
That's where you got to be. So I'm just saying, for the ecosystem going forward, how does people get to hear you, find you, who your artist is? Can you tell them how to get a hold of you?
You could reach me on Instagram at Charlie Wall Andrews. And yes, I am very passionate about helping artists and entrepreneurs go the next level in our industry.
And the reason why I gave her this interview, folks, it was very hard questions and she had the right answers. So for all you people out there who didn't hear me, let me say this again. They were very hard questions. She had all the right answers. And that is very hard quality to find in a manager, in anybody. Thank you for coming to my interview.
My pleasure.
Thank you for coming through. Appreciate you. And y'all know how to get a hold of her. Y'all know how to get a hold of me. We out.
I would just say that there could be a whole session on just funding, because you raised an important point, which is you have to know how to navigate it, right? And I think a lot of people if you're ready to grant yourself as an artist and you don't know the language and how to approach that, you're already kind of set up for failure in that regard, because there's a certain technique and way and messaging that has to come across in certain bodies. So when you're applying to Factor, for example, and Views Are My Own, is that it's less so about this is my life's work and this is why it's important because of the challenges I face. It's like, you want $25,000? How are you going to make $100,000 on that investment? Right? It's about economic return, and the success that you report in your final report to Factor, for example, or in this kind of economic development agency, will determine if they get renewed for funding and because they're showing value. Now let's switch gears. A public arts funder like an arts council, right? Now they don't want you to make money. You got to break even, but they want to know, for example, why is this good for Ontario? Why is this good for Canada?